Hello everyone, TinaGale here, and I'm so excited to be back with Twerk It Thursday with the Crafty Maven Getaway. This is our inspiration piece this week, and we also have this sketch, and I'm working today with Kelly Barron, so be sure to watch her video as well and see her take on both. And this is a couple of pieces that I cut using the art booking cartridge. And I'm going to warn you now, this video is chopped up and everything else because this layout was actually done 3 different times. Yes, 3. So let's get started. This 2 pieces that I cut with Cricut, and then I decided to back it with the gray. And I'm just going to go through and you're going to see phases of both layouts that I did. This version here, I just did some watercoloring on the back. I was trying to really get the blue color and effect from our inspiration piece, and it's really not, I don't know, I just had a lot of trouble getting going with it, and so I was doing the blue and I was trying to mix 2 different colors so that it would match the colors that my son's wearing in his clothing, and it just was not working with me. So I end up scratching that. I take my watercolor paper and I flip it over and I end up doing another effect. But I'm going to show you one other thing that I cut with my Cricut, and this was my title, and I cut it from the same cartridge. It's the All Boy, and I cut it 3 times, and then I glued it together with my liquid glass. This is my favorite liquid adhesive. And so I'm just putting those together, and then I had this new product that I was using to put over the top. It's from My Paper World, and it's called 3D Stamp Paint, and I just sponged it on, and it's this black texture. It keeps a dimension to it, and it's kind of shiny. It's not sparkly like glitter or anything, but it has this shiny effect to it. And so I just got it. This is the first time I've used it, and it's just a lot of fun to use. I bought it in 2 different colors. I think I'll go back and get some more because it's going to go forever and ever and ever. But it gives this great heavy texture and dimension to the letters. And so it's kind of like some of my favorite thickers, but I can make them, you know, out of my cardstock and my cartridges or silhouette files. And so it's just really a lot of fun. So now I have my photo, and I was going to mat it, and when I laid it on there, I got to noticing the words, and so I got to looking to see if there was some that I kind of wanted to include. And when I pushed it up, I saw this cheeky monkey, and I just thought it was perfect for this little picture. My son has a black eye because he's just constantly going, and he happened to fall, and he hit the little lever thing on the lazy boys. We used to have this lazy boy, and so he had hit it and blacked his eye, but he was just sitting in his high chair just having a good old time. And so I just thought that would help with the title, just kind of fit in and be really cute. And I do use foam tape to pop that up. I kept this in here because I changed the background color. You might notice that a little bit. And then this is the layout where I flipped it over and I did kind of the packaging technique where you smoosh it, and you can tell that I got almost completely done, and it's like I still don't like it. When I finished and I went back and looked at it, it was okay, and I could have lived with it. You know, it really wasn't that bad, but I had just struggled so much, and so I end up completely scratching all of that. And I found this paper. It's the core paper that you can sand off, and so it's blue on the back side and black on this side, and so I just sanded it, and it kind of gave that same effect of that inking and stuff on the back. So I'm pretty much going to put this layout back together kind of the way I had it, but then I add and I change up a few things. And so here are the 2 pieces that I cut from my Cricut cartridge, and I went ahead and I cut it apart so that I could spread it out and go a little bit further. And then here's my photo. I already had it matted, and I had the other piece cut, and I'm just, like I said, I'm just going to put everything back together pretty much the way it was. But in my search for paper and all of that, I found this sticker sheet that went with my paper. This paper is from Cocoa Vanilla, the Made of Awesome line, and I had forgotten that I had it, and so I'm going to end up incorporating a lot of the stickers, and this is one of them. This black ruler, and I kind of wanted to spread that strip along the left side out a little bit more. So I just cut it apart and stuck it there, and you could see me kind of making hand gestures and all of that. It's like, I'm not sure I thought that through. Am I going to be able to fill up all of the gaps? Because I thought I could, but then when I put it down, I got to questioning. But it ends up working out. I ended up doing a lot of layering underneath there. And then these two pieces at the bottom that has the alphabet and the ruler in white, that was from the cut apart sheet. And so I just cut those out. I just thought it would be cute to kind of go along with the theme of this layout. And then I'm just going to start building up. This blue piece that I'm tucking in up there was part of the cut apart sheet too. And it was just a scrap left over from me cutting from a piece of paper for using the back side of the paper, not the cut apart. But so it has that edge of that star, but it had that light blue, and I really wanted to pull that light blue up above the photo. And so I tucked that up there, and the tag is another piece that was part of the cut apart sheet that kind of got chopped in half when I was using the back side. And so I just made a tag out of it to help fill up that gap. And the sketch also had a tag there too, and so I'm just pretty much using it. Now this is that title that I made, and when I pulled it over, then I'm like, because on the sketch, the title goes to the right-hand side of the photo. Well, since I switched it out and I had black paper on the back, that black title's not going to show. So I thought about putting it up on top, and I do end up leaving it up there. I debated on cutting it out again and doing it another color, doing it in a blue or something, or, you know, just scrapping it all together and not doing it, but I end up going ahead and leaving it up on top. I thought it looked good up there, so, and I'm going to put more embellishments up to the top as well. You're going to see me add a lot of different little strips of paper and tags and move them around from one spot to the other. And all I'm really doing is just trying to cover up any little gaps and holes. Like there was a big gap between the tag and then that patterned paper that has the stars cut out of it. So I really wanted something up in between there and to kind of cover that up. And partly, I think why I move so much stuff around, I think number one is because I'm nearing the end of this paper collection, but yet I have quite a few of these embellishments left. So I really wanted to use up as many as I could by building up clusters and stuff with them. Number two, I needed to fill in gaps and holes. And number three was just my sheer exhaustion of this layout by the time that I got here, because I had, you know, done it twice. The first time I didn't get that far on it, but the second time I had pretty much completed it, but still wasn't happy. And then to just start all over again from scratch. And so I really just kind of move things around quite a bit, trying to get it exactly the way I want it and to be able to use as many things as I possibly could on this layout that went along with the photos and the sketch, the inspiration. So I hope it wasn't too frustrating to watch, but if you watched my tag video at the beginning of the week, then you know that I was being completely honest when I said I don't do pre-planning and stuff. I just get going. I have my photos and my paper, but that's usually about it. Now, of course, this time I had my inspiration and my sketch, and I still just really didn't know where I was going with it. And I paid for it in the end, but hopefully this will show you, you know, we all have struggles, we all do things, and it turns out to be stuff that we just are not happy with, we don't like, and it's okay sometimes to just stop, take it all apart, and start again. And then I'm also going to have to apologize because this is going to cut off because I did spend so much time redoing it and all of that, and my camera shut off towards the end, and I wasn't aware of it. So I'm going to put in still shots, and I'll try to go through and just kind of talk about some of the things that I did or changed up so that you can kind of see, but it's all pretty much straightforward. Like I said, just putting on as many embellishments and product as I can. Make sure that you check out Kelly's video if you haven't already to see her take on the sketch and the inspiration piece. And be back every day here on the Crafty Maven Getaway for a new process video from one of our talented designers. Here is a look at the final layout. So hopefully you can see exactly what embellishments I used, where they ended up in the end. In the end, I was really happy with how the layout turned out, and it just means I need to stay true to myself and just stick with pattern paper and what I love. So I will be back on Sunday the 25th for Spotlight Sunday, just talking a little bit more about me, showing my scrap room and some of my projects. So I hope you'll come back then. If you enjoy my layouts, be sure to hop on over to my YouTube channel, Tigger's Teachin', and you can see all of my process videos there. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you real soon. Bye!